guys, welcome back to our channel. So today my husband is gonna make Pan Sobao, which is a bread that is known back home in Puerto Rico for him. It is a sweet, soft bread, you said, right? So he's gonna go ahead and make that. He's made it a couple of times here at home. So some of you have been asking for a video on this, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We will have all the ingredients and the instructions listed in the description box. So if you want to go ahead and write that down, you're more than welcome to. And let's
so this is how you make, this is the ingredients that you need. You need 4 cups of bread flour. You can use all-purpose flour, but in my opinion, it'll be a better result if you obviously use bread flour to make bread. You know, that makes sense. It's actually common sense in my opinion. And then you have 4 tablespoons of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of water. That's for the dry ingredients. And then to make the Poolish, which you're gonna ferment the yeast, activate the yeast before you start making anything, you need a 1/4 teaspoon or a teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, which you need something like, it looks like that, that's what it looks like, active dry yeast. Or you can use instant yeast. The only difference is you could still activate it, but you don't need to. And then for that, to make the Poolish, you also need a 1/4 cup of lukewarm water. And then for your wet ingredients, you're gonna need a 1/4 cup of shortening or lard. I'm using shortening right now because that's what I have. And it still works, it's just, it might be a slight variance in taste, but it's not that noticeable. And then 3/4 cup of hot water to melt the lard in. So how you start it, I got the 1/4 teaspoon of sugar here. I'm gonna add the yeast to it because it needs something to feed the yeast so it can start growing. You're gonna make this Poolish, you're gonna let it sit for at least 15 to 20 minutes. And to that you're gonna add the warm water. It can't be hot, it has to be lukewarm. I'd say maybe no more than 95 degrees, because otherwise you'll kill the yeast. And you stir it a little bit, kind of like to get everything all together. Now the yeast is gonna eat the sugar. It's gonna cause pretty much like it's gonna rise. This should at least double or triple in size. So you're gonna let this rest now for 15 to 20 minutes and leave it there. Now while you're doing that, you can go ahead and, I got my flour in the bowl. And then you can get the rest of your dry ingredients, your salt and your sugar. And you can, I like to just mix it around to incorporate all the ingredients together. That way you don't end up with some lumps that are very sweet somewhere or end up with lumps of salt. Mix all the ingredients well. And then you add the hot water to the lard or shortening. And put it in the microwave for, I'd say 30 seconds. So the water melts, the lard melts in the water, and you're going to incorporate that together. Make sure you put on the side of a bowl to make sure that everything gets mixed together. So like if you were to lick the, stick your finger in there and lick it, you will not taste one particular flavor. It won't be balanced. You're not gonna get a lump of sugar or salt on it. You don't have to do it that long. I like it because and we're gonna wait for the lard to melt. Melt the lard. You stir it around. It'll melt. The water is hot. It might take a while, but just be patient. Take your time. No rush. Bread making is easy. It's steps that they're simple to follow and usually not that many. The hardest part of making bread is wait. You gotta let it rise. Your fermentation and proofing. But it's not that hard.
You guys, he's the best because he cleans up as he goes.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I learned, one of the best things I learned in culinary school so far is keep your area clean and prepare. before you start cooking. Just have all your ingredients laid out individually. Just to it just makes it easier while you're making the meal or food that you're.
So you said here, give it about 15 minutes and you should see it rise?
Yeah, it'll rise. It'll almost be fill the whole bowl or measuring cup. Like that's just the yeast eating the sugar, and the water keeps it alive, the warm water. See, about 15, actually like 16 minutes later, the Poolish or the yeast has pretty much almost doubled in size. You can let it proof more, but you don't need to. And then the lard is melted into the water. If you know, as long as you keep stirring it and the water is hot enough, it'll melt. If not, then just put it back in the microwave for like another 10 to 15 seconds and let it melt all the way. Okay, so now that we have done all our dry ingredients and they're blended together, and we're gonna add our Poolish or yeast mixture to the dry ingredients. Try to get as much as you can. This is what's gonna make your bread rise. And okay. So I'm mixing it at a low speed until the water incorporated. What I like to do to make sure that I get all the yeast mixture out of the measuring cup, I like to afterwards mix the mixture of lard and water together. That way I'm not wasting any of the yeast, because that's what makes the bread spongy. And then you just add this mixture slowly. That was some Pan Sobao. You get the point. Be sure every now and then go around the bowl so you can get the mixture all well incorporated. At this point, go on second speed, go mix together. You're gonna smell the yeast. It's gonna smell like bakery.
Yeah, you can smell it.
And you see the mixture starts getting a little too dry. The amount of water and flour varies by your location. For example, if you're in a very humid area, it's obviously going to be too wet, so you might have to add more more flour. Or if you live in a dry area, you're going to have to add more water. Just all based on your location. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. When you add water, a little goes a long way. And if you find yourself that you added too much water, then just add more flour to balance it out. Really added maybe like a half a tablespoon of water, and then just that little amount helps with the yeast. bound to the bottom. Now we're gonna mix it or knead it. This is a kneading hook. You're gonna knead the bread dough for about 8 to 15 minutes on second speed or number 2. Okay, so it's been 9.5 minutes. You're gonna know it's done when the dough starts flapping off of the hook. I don't know if you see with the spinning, the dough is stretching. That's kind of like the telltale sign. And then you start. Get the dough off of the hook. Then you can take the hook off. Now, this is one of the most important steps that comes next. First, you're gonna get the dough. You're gonna roll it into a ball. Nice, neat ball. You just go like that, and then you just rub to make a nice round ball. You're gonna keep putting it in the same bowl. Just trying to make it so when it proves, it's easier to tell how long or how much it grew. You're gonna do the first rise. There you go. On the ball, nice and neat. Pretty. And you're gonna get a towel. You're gonna turn it in hot water. You're gonna soak it in hot water. The towel. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna drape this wet towel over the bowl while you proof soak the towel. Make sure you get it as hot as you can safely. Obviously, you don't want to cause a second degree burn on your hand or something. Ring it. And then you're gonna drape it, fold it in half. I'm gonna drape it over the bowl. Now, I like to do my proofing inside the oven. What I do is this is just how my oven works. I put it on broil, and I put it in there for like about 10 to 15 seconds. 10 to 15 seconds, I turn it off. That usually heats up the oven just warm enough. It has to be like between 80 and 90 degrees inside for the yeast to rise. That would be the optimal temperature. Turn it off. Turn my light on. Then I'll get my bowl with the towel over it. And leave it there. And I set time for 1 hour. This is your first rise. You're gonna let the dough rise. It should at least double in size. And after the first rise, you're gonna do your makeup, which is gonna make your rolls. You can either make loaves, you can make rolls, you can make artisan shapes. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna make loaves this time that I've made before. Like, for example, this is a batch that I made earlier. I made loaves, I made rolls, I made little fancy knots for my kids because my kids like them. And you can do whatever you want. Nobody's here to do it. You can make one big roll. Yeah, after an hour, we'll come back and do makeup and I'll show you how to roll it.
Okay guys, so the hour is up of the first proofing or rise. I don't want to like say it wrong. So my husband's over here like on me. But anyways, so we're gonna show you what's next. So you see how it has doubled in size? Now what's next?
Now we gotta make up. We gotta make our bread.
So for those who like to do, you know, makeup and put eyeshadow and everything. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a baking pan.
Just line it with parchment paper.
Line it with parchment paper.
So when you make your loaves, you can put them on top. Okay. You're gonna get your clean surface. Make sure you clean it. Get a Clorox stripe or something. and make sure it's dry. Flour surface so it doesn't stick. You don't need that much flour because then it will turn out chalky or dry. Take the bread out. You don't feel it's gonna be warm and very spongy. The sound like that, almost like hollow. Then in that case, I like to be precise. I have nothing better to do. And I'm just gonna weigh the dough. So I got 1 pound, 15 ounces, almost 2 pounds. And I'm just, I'm gonna split that in half. So 1 pound, 14 ounces, 15, 8, 8 plus 7, 15. And we'll make 2 super quarters of 15 ounces. Whoop. Seriously. There. One. Little trick to roll in the ball. And this one should be about the same. Yeah, 15 and 7/8, but close enough. I just like to do that way I end up with 2 loaves that are about the same size. Now, we want to do it traditionally, like for example, when they do at the bakeries back home, we do 2 half-pound loaves. But now you can just split it into 4 different portions, so 4 identical portions. So you got your mixture, you get your rolling pin. You dust it with a little bit of flour so the dough doesn't stick to it and it's easier to roll. Your roll, spin, half turn, you can go as thin as you want. It doesn't really make a difference because you're gonna roll it. What you're trying to do is trying to make it somewhat even. So either like a square, because you're gonna roll it this way. So I have my shape. There you go. And now I'm gonna grab the bread. I'm gonna roll it. You're gonna get the edge, you're gonna pinch it. Just so when it rises, you're gonna do a second rise. And when it rises, if you don't pinch it well, this is gonna open up. You're gonna see it rise again. You pinch this edge, and then what I like to do is I like to do like that, and then roll it on itself. So that will be the end. It'll look like that underneath. You pinch that. That way when it rises, it doesn't break up. Same thing on the other side. You're gonna grab it, fold in. And pinch. And you're gonna put this, but this bread is bread. At least in my opinion, it's not that big of a deal. 2 loaves. We're gonna get a towel, the same towel we used earlier. And you pour the bread. I'm gonna do the broil trick again. Count to 15. Turn it off. You're gonna feel the oven's kind of pretty warm or lukewarm. Move it in there. And then another hour. 1 hour.
All right, so it is beeping. The hour is up. Now he's gonna go ahead and pull the bread out.
Voila.
And you see how it has risen.
Have you heard the good news? He hasn't risen.
Your hair is a mess.
Somebody else tickling my pickle. Right now, I'm gonna make it for 400 degrees. 8 to 12 minutes.
So 400.
Yeah, 400 degrees. 8 to 12 minutes.
8 to 12 minutes.
Until nice and golden brown, but not too brown.
All right, so it is going in the oven at 400 for
8 to 12 minutes. Just keep an eye on it the first time you make it so you can get your oven. Every oven is different. So, we'll say at 6 minutes, check on it through the window and you'll see. About 12 minutes later.
look at that goodness right there.
Let it rest in the pan for like 15 minutes. And after the 15 minutes, move it to cooling rack. And then you can eat it after like 30 to 45 minutes. But it's hollow. Has a little crust. Rested about 20 minutes. You want to cut into it. Nice and spongy inside. There you go. Pan Sobao.
All right, you guys, excuse my hair right now. It is windy outside and I just dropped my daughter inside the studio for a dance. So yeah, this is what we have to deal with right now in sunny Florida. It is 53 degrees and we did not expect this. This morning it was 30. It was too cold. I did not want to go anywhere. I didn't even want to take my kids to school, but anyways, that's a different story. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Pan Sobao video. If you guys would like more cooking videos, please feel free and let us know. Like this video and put down in the comments what other videos you guys would like to see, because I'm sure my husband would enjoy making more videos for you guys. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to push that notification bell. That way you guys are notified when the next video comes out. All right, bye.